doing, Lord? What are they seeing, God? Why are they acting this way? It's just a fantasy. What are they doing, Lord, in these YouTube streets?
Good day. How's everybody doing? Giving honor to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because he's so worthy to be acknowledged and praised on this day and any other day when you guys agree. Because without God, there could be no me, no you, no us, no this. Yeah, your girl is sweating. I was in there cooking, cleaning up some things in the kitchen, and something just came to my mind and said, speak on this in here in these YouTube streets. Let's keep it real. Now, I'm a strong believer in God, but it doesn't mean I'm gullible. Where do I start? Guys, this has been on my mind for a minute. Like, I have some subscribers that I'm real close to. I mean, I love you all. But some of them just come and speak to me like on a personal level. And I just wanted you guys to know, some people, YouTube, because thank God we have a place where we can come up here and we can vent when we want to, or we can be inspirational, motivational. We can show our talents that the good Lord has given us, whether it's cooking, singing, sewing, DIYs, whatever, right? Traveling, whatever. God gives us that gift, so we like to share it. And thank God we have a platform where we can do that. And guess what? You can even get paid for doing it, right? Let me just say this. Walking these YouTube streets sometimes is not what they always seem. You think you're walking on that path of gold and silver, and everything is just beautiful and sparkly, and everything is rainbows, nice and shining bright. But let's keep it real. These YouTube streets aren't all that, because a lot of people come up here with the assumption that what they see is for real. Now,
What?
I'm not here to knock anybody. Like I said, I'm a strong believer in God. That's my faith. That's my belief. It will be with me to the day I die, and hopefully after that, if I make it to the afterlife to see my Father. But I wanted you to know, don't get discouraged because of things you see up here. Everything that look like it's shining, glittery, and gold is not. A lot of people put on a facade when they come up here, and here I'm not judging anybody. I'm just calling it like I see it. You see people, and you get intrigued by the things they're doing, right? And sometimes it plays on your psyche, and you wish you were that person, or you could do those things, or you can go on those lavish trips, or have that beautiful, immaculate house. Everything is in its perfect little place. Every little knick-knack, everything has its own little corner. Everything is like pleasing to the eye. But let me tell you something. Again, everything you see is not real. And a lot of people can become, let me put this delicately. A lot of people can become a little distraught. Maybe that's not too much of a delicate word. But they can really become depressed. Then you have people that become envious because what they see, they wonder, well, how did this person get it and I don't have it? I would like to live in that beautiful house that's immaculate, very clean, very tidy, no dirt on the floor. Kids are in order, they look immaculate. What child, walks around looking perfect, don't have a little scratch on them or bruise or clothes is like not torn off or hanging off. Kids are kids, people are people. What I'm trying to say is don't get so caught up in these YouTube streets and thinking everything is for real, what you see. Sometimes we look through things through a rose-colored glass because we figure, oh, if they're projecting this out here on YouTube, it must be for real.
What?
These people must be really dressing like this, have all the latest designer clothes, hair, makeup popping, fingernails popping, even the toes is manicured and done. Let me tell you something. It's not all that. You see some people, they're cooking these big meals. Kitchen is like top chef, looking like beautiful, right? But when you look behind, you can see somebody making a cake or they putting out this beautiful spread of food. And then you're not seeing on the other corner of the kitchen. The kitchen look like somebody, like the health inspectors can come and bulldoze it down. Because you see what people put up for you to see. So I'm just saying this because I know a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of people, like I said, and they see things and they make them become a little depressed, a little off, because they figure, well, why can't I have it? Why am I not making that six-figure money? Why am I not taking these lavish trips? Why are my kids not obedient like this and well prepped and well behaved? And well, I don't have a man that's treating me like that and loving on me and buying me, giving me these great gifts and clothes and sending me to the beauty salon and the spa and taking me on these trips and buying me this fancy car. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you look at them things, be careful what you wish for. And you wish you had it, and you don't know the hell they're going through behind those doors. Some people you want, wishing you, not that you want their husband or you want their wives, but you looking at their lifestyle that unfolds in front of you every day. You know, sometimes them women are being abused behind the doors, the closed doors. Sometimes there's mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse. You just don't know. That's why we shouldn't always believe everything we see, because everything you see is not what it really is. So I had one person, and I'm not going to say the name, but they told me they had got to a point where things wasn't working out for them on their channel, and they felt like, you know, the more I tried, the harder I fall back. And I had got caught up in that. That's why I can relate to what she said, because I used to talk to my sister, Mama T, and I would tell her, you know, she always motivated me. Deborah, you're doing good. People love to see your content. You're speaking of the Lord. It's coming from the heart. Don't give up. And sometimes I did feel like giving up, because I felt, you know, it seemed like, and I'm going to keep it real. One thing about me, I'm going to keep it 100. Some people, it might fall on deaf ears. Some people might not like it. Some people might adore it. But I noticed when I totally gave myself to Christ, because when I first came here, my thing was not to be monetized. I wasn't thinking about that when I first started YouTube. I came up here because I had a passion for cooking. I love to cook. I grew up in a household where my mom always cooked for her children different meals, and by the grace of God, we never went hungry. And it was truly, truly a passion of mine, guys. But once I got up here and I started seeing all the different things, and you know, I heard them say, well, you could get monetized and you could do this, take your channel this way, this way. But I've always been a loner. Ever since I was a little girl, ever since I can remember, I've always been a loner. So I always went to the beat of my own drum. But sometimes you can get consumed with things, because we are all human and we have flesh, and sometimes your flesh, even though you want to go this way, is going to pull you that way. So saying this to say, I did come up here for cooking, and then I got caught up in the so-called YouTube game. And you know, you start doing collabs with people, you start cooking, you see people doing this. Then you say, oh, I would like to make that dish. You go run to the grocery store, you buy the ingredients, you do the meal, blah, blah, blah. Then you start doing the collabs with the people. And then, you know, you start hearing about, yeah, you can get monetized and this and that. And then your head start feeling like, well, hey, if everybody else doing it, I can do it. So then I start looking at the numbers, because I got caught up. And I'm woman enough to admit that. I got caught up in the YouTube game, doing these things, trying to follow other people, follow in pursuit, you know, and thinking that my channel is going to grow big and I'm going to blow up. And now I could care less about that. Now, for many months, I used to worry when I saw other people's channels going up, and I was like, well, why am I not doing so good? And look, I'm complaining. There's somebody out there in YouTube land probably saying, I wish my channel was like hers. You see what I'm saying? We all want sometimes what we don't need or what we can't have. And if you work hard enough, you will get it. But half of these big YouTubers, and I'm not knocking them either, what I'm about to say, but a lot of them don't even know their subscribers, right? So you get these big followings, and you're happy, and you live in the light, and you don't realize, you know, when your numbers start going up, how are you going to go to each and every one of your subscribers and show them the love and comment back and look at their material? It's totally impossible unless you hire someone to do them things for you. So I didn't come up here for the subscribers per se, but I did get caught up in. Like I said, I did get caught up. But going back to the young lady, she was saying, like, you know, I feel like I get depressed sometimes because I see other people in their lifestyles, and mine is not like that. But honey, baby, let me tell you, everything you see is not real. You wishing for this person lifestyle, you wishing that your kids were well-mannered and dressed like that and courteous and well-spoken. And guess what? These people going through purity hell behind closed doors. Kids are getting, you know what? They're not being treated right. A lot of kids not even eating like you think they're eating. And it's just that we shouldn't get so caught up in these YouTube streets, because half of it, you know, I think I'm going to keep it 100. Probably 3/4 of these things that you're seeing on YouTube is not real. Everybody doing something to make their life seem like it's perfect. To seem like, oh, look what I got. Don't you wish you can have this? Don't you wish this was you living this lifestyle? Don't you wish you had the fine husband, physique all good? We doing everything together. We're cooking together. We're doing family things together. We're shopping together. We're going on trips together. And all of that sometimes is not what it's seen. Now, I'm not saying everybody's like that. That's why I said 3/4. And I'm probably pretty sure I'm legit with my percentage of what I'm saying, that a lot of this stuff is not real. So don't get so caught up in it. Don't worry about how many subscribers somebody got, because while you worrying about theirs, you're not putting the time and effort into yours to make people want to come to your channel. Stop getting so caught up in what Mary and Sue and Janet is doing. Worry about what Deborah is doing. Worry about what you're doing to make your channel flourish, if that's what you want to do. So now I'm just going with the flow. I want to put out good content. I'm strongly into the Lord, but a lot of people are not into that. And I'm going to tell you something, folks. I noticed when I really got into Christ and started doing my worshiping Wednesdays and my Sunday sessions and just doing my inspirational poems and quotes, a lot of my subscribers fell off. And did it make me feel some type of way? Yeah, I got a little sad about it. And then I got angry about it. Because I was like, well, you can either come to my channel and you like what I put up, you can engage in my content, or you can just skip it and don't, go your own little merry way. But it made me feel like I'm putting all this time and effort into it, and it's real, like, and people are just not buying it. Or a lot of people was offended by some of the food I was cooking, because like I said, I grew up in a big family and mom always made big meals for us, and it became a lifestyle. And I'm not blaming my mom in no form or fashion, but it became a lifestyle, and that's what we were accustomed to. So when I got my family, I had this one incident where I wanted to cook something and I didn't have it in my house, and the food was a little low at this particular time. And my husband, he had left town, and I said to myself, I would never let my kids, or me or my kids, go through that again. So that's when I started storing up things in my house, having my pantry full, my refrigerator, my deep freezers, cabinets. I did not want to go through that again, because it was a feeling that I didn't like, feeling like we didn't have enough. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why Miss Debs was shopping the way she did. And I didn't just do it for YouTube. I did it way before I came to YouTube. I did it all my life since I was on my own. So a lot of people probably was like, well, why is she ordering all that food? She's never going to eat it all. But look at the weight we gained from having that food. Me and all my children had put on pounds, and I started looking at the real picture. And I was like, no, that's not right. So in turn, I would jump on a bandwagon and do my little healthy things and do my little healthy hauls and start trying to cook and live right and do right. And then I would fall off. You know why? There's no excuses, but we have flesh and we're human. And sometimes we just get tired of things. And I wanted to go back to my way of what I was used to, that normancy. But then I realized people getting health problems in the house, me particular. And I know a lot of it has to do with weight. Some of it is not caused by weight, like Sjogren's syndrome. I have that. Heart disease. Well, heart disease can come from being obese and eating a lot, but I got this before I was even heavy. So I'm just telling you, and this is for that young lady that said she had to like walk away for a while. And a lot of YouTubers have done that. You don't know why they're going. You used to look at so and so channel. Wonder what happened to them. People get tired of trying to live up to something that they can't live up to. And 9 times out of 10, what they're living up to is a lie. We're following people and we're following trends and things, and it's just not real. It's just not real. Yeah, a lot of people do have beautiful homes. They keep it immaculate. I'm a neat freak myself. Was I always a neat freak? No. Because I had little kids. I had 3 little kids at home at one time. And I let them be kids. I let them play. I let them have toys strolled all around. I got them all the latest toys. I worked for my family. I was not working for me. I used to walk around, didn't have the best clothes, and still don't have the best clothes. I didn't go out on lavishing trips. I didn't buy everything for me. It was about my children.
I love you, Mommy.
Because after a while, we was a once single family home, a single parent home. So I felt like I had to compensate and make up for my children for the father not being here. So I worked myself to the bone. Hence, now my body's all deteriorating, broken down. Do I blame my children? No, I blame myself, because I worked for my kids and to keep a roof over our heads. So I'm saying this to this young woman. Baby, don't be discouraged. Don't be upset. Don't be sad. Don't get depressed, because a lot of these people you see up here, you think their homes and their lifestyles is bigger and better than you can ever think or hope for. It's not all that. A lot of them don't even live that lifestyle. A lot of these people have content homes. They're not even their homes. So you're going to pay a mortgage on a content home in your house as well. I mean, maybe you got it, like, that's okay. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just saying, for people who find themselves getting caught up in this fantasy world, like we walking down Candyland Lane, and it's not like that. It's not. Stop beating yourself up wanting something somebody else had. A lot of these women with these husbands and these perfect relationships, and men with these beautiful wives and little trophy wives and all that. You can go get you a BBL, whatever they call it, and get your breasts done, stomach tucked in, he still be out there cheating with Sister Jane or somebody else. I'm just saying, like, you have to be happy with self first. And everything, just don't follow every fad that comes out and every trend. And you following this one because they got the biggest followers, and you know, if I keep following them and hanging on to their coattail, this is going to happen to me. What's for them is for them, and what's for you is for you. Don't be so obsessed with somebody else's lifestyle. I can honestly say I've seen things and I said, wow, that's nice. Ooh, I wish I had a home like that. The lawn is mowed just right, beautiful scenery, beautiful home inside and out. But I realized what's for them is for them, and what's for me is for me. And it's not good, and it's not healthy to want what someone else had, because everything you see is not gold. And you might think they have the perfect relationship, and it could be abuse in the relationship. The husband could be leaving a woman and he's going on trips and he's laying up with another family, and vice versa, women too. Just don't get so caught up in these YouTube streets that it make you lose yourself, and it make you feel unsure about what you're doing on your channel. It makes you feel about, I want what they have. No, I don't want what nobody else has, because I realize in life what I have is for me. And what God wants me to have, he going to see through and true to it and make sure that I get it, if I just believe and have faith in him. But I can truly say I don't want what nobody else has. I love the skin that I'm in, even though it's a little puffed out here and little stuff hanging over here, hanging there. But guess what? It's me at this moment in point in my time, in my life. And I wouldn't have it any other way, because through life, you learn as you go. We get up here on these social media platforms and we just want to be like everybody else. And you're buying things and trying to compete, and you're walking around, got credit card collectors calling your phone. You have letters coming to your house that's making you depressed. You're running and hiding from bill collectors. And for what? Remember, folks, it's okay to live good. It's okay to have a beautiful lifestyle if that's what you want. But you can't take it with you. And then you're leaving all these bills and stuff behind for your children and your family members to take hold to and try to work it out, because you're no longer here. But I just feel like I have come to be comfortable with the skin I'm in. I'm trying to lose my weight and be better and healthier for me, not for YouTube, not for nobody else. I'm doing it for Deborah first and for my family, because I want to be here for my children. I'm getting older. I want to be here for my grandchildren. I love each and every one of them, all 6 of them, 5 girls and 1 boy. And I thank God that he allowed me to live to see that, you know. So don't get so discouraged and be depressed. And you see this one doing this, and they're flourishing with their channel and their family looking beautiful, like the perfect little American family, and household, fine cars, jewelry, trips. You don't see. They could be doing a video here and the other side of the room looking like a tornado and hit it. People project and they show you what they want you to see. They want you to feel like, oh, look at that, I want that. But guess what? Be happy in your own skin. Don't want what somebody else had. Because sometimes if you get what that other person had, your life will be miserable, because you don't know what comes along with the territory. So I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, just be you. Be happy to be you. Thank God that he put breath in your lungs. He woke you up this morning. You can go to school. You can go to work. You can go here and there, and you don't have to worry about what you're leaving behind, because you're true to yourself. And you're loving what God has put before you and what he's giving you to work with. And if it's meant for you to do and have those things, you'll have them. But guess what? Promise yourself when you get them, you won't act like you up here and looking your nose up at people that's down here. The good Lord give it, and the good Lord can take it away. I'm grateful for everything I have. Do I have the best furniture? No. Do I have all the latest modern technology? No. In my house? No. Are my floors always spotless, without a blemish on them, without dirt or something on it? No. Yeah, I'm a clean freak. And more so now, since I'm home and I'm disabled and I'm not working, so I can attend to those things now, because I don't have little children in my home. But be thankful for what you have, and never want what somebody else wants. If it's meant for you to have those large subscribers, that big following, that beautiful home, that car, that perfect man or woman, you will get it. If it's meant for you to have. But do not be envious and jealous of what someone else has. I'm just telling you this because I felt like God laid it on my heart to say this, because a lot of people have given up their YouTube channel because they feel like they can't compete and their followings is not like other people's followings. But let me tell you something. Don't want what somebody else has, baby. You might be wishing for something that you can't even deal with. And when you have to change yourself, put on a facade to be something that you're not, to get followers and be untrue to yourself, that's the worst thing you can do to me. That's why I like being Deborah. I am who I am. I've lost a lot of subscribers when I started walking towards God. A lot of people didn't like the way I cook. Maybe a lot of people was used to the cooking and they don't want the healthy stuff. But whatever. I'm here to be an access to someone, to help them, to show them, live your life. Be real with yourself. Everything is not perfect every day, you know? But just be true to yourself. And be good to people. And then you won't have to worry about living a life that is not up to you, that you're not being your real self. So I hope this have been a blessing and enlightenment to someone. These YouTube streets, honey, is not pink with gold. So stop believing everything you see. It's not all it's cracked up to be, I'm telling you. And you wish you had somebody else's hand, honey. And if you got it, you'll be trying to run back to your own lifestyle. So I just want to tell you, be encouraged. Believe in yourself, first of all. Believe in yourself. And know there's nothing that you can't accomplish when you put your mind to it. And you ask Father God to direct your path. And be a light to your, be a light to put a lamp under your footsteps. Be a light to your path. Show you how to maneuver on these YouTube streets. Because I tell you, a lot of people have become depressed. They're living a lifestyle trying to be like the Joneses. And they don't have the funds to live up to the Joneses. You're walking around with these bills, credit card debts, and become unhappy. And then when the light comes onto your camera or your phone and you projecting yourself out there to YouTube land and, you shove it off now. I got to play something and put on this persona, something that I'm not. Why? Be yourself. And the real people that like you and like what you stand for, they're going to come to you. Remember, everybody is not going to like you. Everybody is not going to like your content. Everybody is not going to, some people are not going to like the way you look. Some people are not going to like the way you talk. Some people don't like me because I keep it real, and I know that. I know that, but guess what? I can't worry about those folks. I got to live for me and mine. And if I catch some subscribers along the way and they like what I'm projecting, and if I'm helping them along the way, that's the first thing. I don't get up here showboating. And if it seems like I'm showboating, please forgive me, because it's not intentional. I like to keep it real and keep it 100, because I can only be Deborah. I can't be something that you want me to be. I can only be what God has made me to be. So I hope this have been an enlightenment, a blessing to someone. God bless you. May heaven smile down upon you.